Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you are doing great today. We have a nice informational Bitcoin video for you guys today. So please stick around till the end of the video because it is going to get very interesting and very informational. We are going to be analyzing the macro timeframes, the micro timeframes, and just telling you my thoughts, my general overall opinion on the market and where this is going. With that being said, always remember to like, share, and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. It makes it grow, and I would appreciate it if you could do that so we could share the information and get the voices out there, proper TA out there, basically. So without taking too much of your time, let's get started with the charts. So I'm going to be talking about BTC. I'm going to be talking about the positive and the negatives, and based off a TA perspective. And then after that, I will tell you my personal opinion on where this is going. So if I open, first of all, I'm gonna start with a bad because it's the most apparent and most obvious. So and there's degrees to this bad, by the way. So there's differing degrees to it. So the first bad sign is that we are dropping on the weekly time frame. This drop on the weekly is still not finalized yet. We just crushed bearish on our MACD indicator. Our stochastic is telling us that we're still going to go down even more over the next couple of weeks. Now, this is the weekly time frame, so it translates to like a couple of weeks, so 4 to 5 weeks for this to be finalized, which will be at the end of May, which is where I'm thinking this whole bloodshed will be over, in my personal opinion. Now, obviously, things change. If you see a bounce on this stochastic RSI, then we have to reanalyze the market again and see where we're going. But obviously, till now, this is not the case. Till now, this is heading down lower. Now, obviously, there is a validation level for this breakdown to the 30K region, which is obviously the bottom of my channel right here, which we're pretty close to right now, which is around $37,800. So if we start to close 3-day candles, daily candles consecutively under this area, then you're gonna know that we're heading towards 31,000, as I've stated in my previous video as well. Now, obviously, I need proper breakout confirmation of this. That's very important. So breakout, retest, and drop. If we start dropping here, we will find partial support around $35,000, but I don't think it's gonna hold this time around. I think this is gonna go down to the 31,000 region, 31,500, maybe 30 tops, and I think there will be a bounce there. I think there will be a bounce there. I think it will hold. I think it will break on the second try, not on the first try. So that's just my personal opinion based on market maker psychology and trading experience that I have in the market. So that's what I see on the weekly time frame. On the 3-day time frame is also looking very nasty. We're just entering bear land on the 3-day time frame, so this is just starting right now. As you can see, usually when the 3-day time frame enters bear land, it takes a couple of weeks to finalize. So for example, from here it took around 3 months. On this small downside, it took around from 4th of September to 28th of September, so around 24 days. And this one started around 24th of April, the downtrend. And in our best case scenario, this could happen, but sadly, this is not our best case scenario because during this area here, we were bullish on the monthly time frame, whereas here we are bearish on the monthly time frame. So the macro time frame is what's dictating the price right now for BTC. So we will have strong dumps and weak pumps as long as that monthly time frame is bearish. Now, once the weekly starts to flip to bullish, we can have similar to this, another strong rally to the upside. But it will be just on the weekly. So the signal of a new bull run will be given only when your monthly time frame flips bullish. Until now, there's no such sign of the monthly flipping bullish at all. So we're still in bear land. Now, so the 3-day is bad, obviously. Now, the daily is what scares me the most right now, even though the daily translates to the next couple of days. But on the daily, there are signs of capitulation. And by that I mean very strong dumps to the downside that might happen. So the dumps to the downside, if I'm gonna just show you them very quickly, so this is what I mean when I talk about capitulation. This is what I mean when I talk about capitulation. This is what I mean when I talk about capitulation. But usually the kind that I'm talking about is more of this type, and then after that we might follow with a ripple and then another drop. Okay, so drop to 35,000, ripple up, get rejected around 40, and drop one more time. Why am I saying this? Obviously, I'm not a bear. I'm not a bull. I'm just a guy who does TA, and I just look at the charts and I see what they're telling me. And I'm gonna just show you what the charts are telling me right now. So this is your ADX indicator, which is a momentum indicator, which tells you basically the strength of a move or the amount of buying or selling pressure in the move in the market currently. As long as this ADX is below this horizontal line, you're in a forex type of market where it's not too volatile. Once your ADX starts to curve above this horizontal line, so something similar to this curvature you see here, this inclination, this sloping upwards, and you cross the horizontal line, that's when you are experiencing a lot of volatility and a lot of sell pressure or buy pressure. Now, obviously, the sell and buy pressure is dependent on the strategy itself, which is my personal strategy. But I'm just going to give you a few examples. Like, look here, for example, right there, 12th of May. This was below the 0.23, curving up on the daily. Look what happened after capitulation. So that's one. Another one is, let's say, here, for example. Around to curve to the upside, about to cross the 0.23 level, bam, cross the 0.2 level, bam, capitulation. And it kept capitulating till this gave us a relaxation sign. So this is your relaxation sign. So you see the ADX curving to the downside, there's no more selling pressure, and then you start to move sideways or upwards. So that's one. So that's 2-3 examples. And I can keep doing this all the way back to the beginning of BTC. So here, for example, about to cross to above the 0.23 line, horizontal level right here, bam, once it crosses, huge upside. So it's either this or that, right? It's either huge upsides or huge downside. But this ADX will tell you the strength of the move that's coming next. And right now, the strength of the move is a downward move. It's not an upward move. So either today, tomorrow, or the next 3 days, I cannot really say for sure, but it's getting very close to a similar type of scenario that happened around here, or even here. Okay, so and this is, like I said, you could see it very clearly on the charts. So on the daily time frame, on the 3rd of December, on the 3rd of December or on the 2nd of December, you started to curve up. Then on the 3rd of December, you started to capitulate. And then on the 4th of December, you had a strong drop to the downside. Then obviously the capitulation itself, and then bam, consolidation, and then another drop, and so on and so forth. And right now we're experiencing the same thing. The only difference obviously is that we have this drop right here, which is kind of weaker, but it really doesn't change the fact that there might be a possibility of capitulation. Now, how can I know that capitulation is coming? Well, obviously break off my downwards channel. So my downwards channel is around 37,814, and if this downwards channel breaks, you would see a long daily candle to the downside, probably to around 34,000 again, 34, 35, this area, strong wick, and then slightly move upwards again, consolidate till the EMAs catch up, get rejected around the bottom of the channel again, and then drop once more to 31,500. So something similar to bam, bam, and then a bam. Something similar to this, which is a bear flag formation as well. And obviously BTC is following our previous expectations and predictions as well. In my previous video, I said that there's 3 types of scenarios that BTC would most likely go for. Either a scenario, right? I think this is number 2 scenario. Number 1 scenario was here. Number 2 scenario was still here. And number 3 scenario was just a rejection and a drop. And I said the least likely is this one right here, and the most likely is what we're experiencing right now. So everything is going accordingly. There's no surprises in the market. From my side, BTC is doing what it's supposed to do. Sell in May and go away, basically. But I really do advise you to not panic. I do advise you to, capitalize on the capitulation. So by that I mean these strong wicks, as you can see, these strong capitulations, when they happen, they're usually followed by strong bounces on everything. So even altcoins drop like a 20-30%, and then they bounce 20-30%. If you have your limit orders preset for these altcoins that you're interested in, whether it be whatever you have, BNB, Chili's, whatever, then you will be able to get a quick in and out of the market. So you can make like a 50% profit on this, by the way. as long as you know where to put your limit orders and to sell after the wick happens, after the capitulation. And this happens everywhere, by the way. It happened here, by the way, when we dropped around 10K in a single candle right here on a daily candle. Everything was dropping 60%, and once this wick came, everything pumped up 30%, altcoins, whatever. And that 30% you could have capitalized on, especially if you know how to sell around this area, and then capitalize on the second drop as well. So don't be too scared. As of now, there's no validation of this, so there's no breaking of the channel. So that is the positive thing that BTC is doing. So BTC is at support right now. But if you follow me on Twitter, I've probably said this a lot of times. I said that the market will usually make traders believe that, or give traders confidence in a support level or a resistance level to short or long. And once that confidence is built very strongly, that's when the market decides to capitulate and liquidate all of the traders in order to, make back profits from them, the profits that they gave them plus more. So as a trader, you probably say, okay, you didn't long here, then you started to long here, here, and here, and okay, I'm making money, and then you longed here, oh, I'm making money, and now price goes back to the same area, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna long here as well, and then bam, capitulation. And usually what traders do is they get greedy. So they start with $100 trades, then $1,000 trades. Then when they see support again, I'm like, okay, I've been lucky for 5-6 times now. Let me put a $10,000, $20,000 trade, and then they get liquidated on that. And they lose all their profits and everything that they've made. And this is just sadly the state of the market. This is how it's done. It's always manipulated. It's always there. It's always going to happen no matter what anyone says. So as of now, to summarize, obviously what I see is that BTC is bearish on many time frames, including the weekly, the 3-day, and the daily time frame. On the micro time frames, like I said in my previous update, you can expect chip chops, but generally speaking, this is heading down in this direction. In my personal opinion, obviously confirmation will come when this channel breaks. If for some reason we're able to hold this channel for the next couple of days, so from now till at least the weekend, we're able to consolidate over $38,000, then most likely consolidation will play out, and then we'll bounce one more time from here, probably get rejected again somewhere, but I'm just speculating right now. I need the data by then to try to inform you properly. As of now, what I see is chip chop drop, chip chop drop, chip chop drop. Now the daily EMAs, by the way, just very, very careful, very, very important. These daily EMAs right now are coming in around our hotline, which is basically between 40,700 all the way to 41,309, and they keep moving forward. And the 3-day EMAs are also coming in around that area, so they're approaching us. If we have a strong rally to the upside, I believe there will be a relief. I believe if there will be a relief rally, because usually during capitulations there's no relief rallies anymore. You just drop like a hammer. Or basically you just consolidate and then you drop. You don't really go to the daily EMAs again. But if we're going to have a relief rally, this is the level that I'm looking for a potential rejection, around $40,800 to $41,300 region, that area right there. I think that's where you're going to get rejected. Now, obviously, I just want to show you one more thing. Let me go back to here, this capitulation right here that happened in the market. As you can see, you started to drop, you dropped here, and then you had a small relief rally. Most likely it was towards some EMAs, and then you dropped one more time. So you do have these rallies, but again, just be careful. Be very, very careful. The market right now is very, very unpredictable. It is at a level of support which gives you confidence, but it's also at a level indicators are telling you like don't enter now. So if you want my best advice, the only way you will be relaxed to enter a market is if you see a reversal in the downtrend, a reversal of the down structure. Basically, the first key signs of the reversal obviously will be daily closes above the EMAs. So if you start to climb back above 42,000 and you start to, close daily candles, 2 or 1 daily candle above that area, with significant strength and volume, then most likely you might go for a lower high drop. So most likely you might do this and go for another lower high, maybe around this area, okay, with a potential fake out and a drop. But till now, this is not the case. I don't really see it. If it happens, I'll analyze again. I'll update you guys again with the market. So that is what I see for BTC. Is very, very very, very iffy right now. Now I'm gonna just look at ETH very quickly because I have some people asking me about ETH and what's happening with ETH. Now ETH was in a rising wedge formation and currently breaking from the rising wedge formation. Technical target obviously of the rising wedge is the bottom of the wedge, which is around 2170. But I would expect ETH to have a bounce around this area, so between 2500 or 2600 and 2400. That area is I think it will be a partial bounce there, most likely, especially the 2500 region. So you have a partial bounce there, and then you follow with a drop, potentially reaching that, that bottom right here. Maybe even go slightly lower. Yeah, like I would even dare say like a 2,000 or $1,900 ETH after during May. But I will see I expect the bounce. I expect this to hold. Actually, I don't expect this to be lost. So this 2K region, I think there will be a bounce there, and I think on the second tap it will break, not on this tap. And the second tap, in my personal opinion, will come around the end of the year. So I think that we will have one more alt season, if you want to call it an alt season, even though everything's down like 90%. But if you capitalize on these drops, then you will have an alt season. These alts that you're buying at discounts will probably pump and make you money as well, because nothing's going to go down in a straight line. Obviously, for now, like I said, for Bitcoin and for Ethereum, that's what I see in the charts. It's not something like it's not an opinion. It's just facts based on the charts, and that's it. So please take it easy on me. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just here to deliver information for you guys. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you again for watching. I do appreciate your support. Like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below. I post a lot of stuff there. I actually posted many things regarding the capitulation and the drops that are happening and that we're seeing. And if you want to inquire about my private paid Discord, which will be releasing Signals group very, very soon, around 6th of May, if I'm not mistaken, please message me in my private Telegram, link in the description below as well. Thank you again for watching the video, guys. I do appreciate all of your support. I hope you enjoy your weeks, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.